Thank you.
All right,
Mr. Holland, we're back.
Okay, you got to read out.
Do we have to wait for the other members to come back on?
We have our members here,
I mean,
so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Katie's here. She's waiting to be moved over as a panelist, but she's in the session. I see her on my side.
Okay.
Do each of you vote to certify that, to the best of your knowledge, only public matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements, and that only such public business matters as were identified in the motion by which the closed session was convened were heard, discussed, or considered? Mr. Addison is absent. Mr. Byerly.
Yes.
Mrs. O'Bannon is absent. Mr. Peterson.
Yes.
And Chairman Holland.
Yes.
Thank you. We are back in the open session.
Open session then. All right, gentlemen, appreciate that information and the discussion, closed session. I think we're ready now for a motion and recommendation to.
I'll read if you like.
If you, yeah.
I think the first motion that the committee might be ready to undertake is a motion to recommend allocation of an additional $40,000 from reserves to increase the total reserve contributions for this project from $257,054 to $297,054. That recommendation would be to the full commission for consideration at tomorrow's meeting.
Yes, okay. Can we have that motion?
So moved.
It's been moved and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Additional discussion? Aye. Ayes have it. That's approved.
Okay. And then the second motion that I have written down for your consideration is a motion to recommend approval of the contract with Urban Corps subject to budget approval.
Okay.
So moved.
So moved and properly second. All those in favor, sign of aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. That's approved.
And for my own clarification from the committee members, do you want, clearly the full board needs to take action on the budget. Does the full board need to take action on the approval of the vendor? Or is that an automatic as once the budget is approved? I just want to make sure we get our procedures in the right way.
I don't think.
Didn't we go over that in our last meeting to go with the low bidder and
We
subject
did.
to working through this?
We did.
So our
I don't think so.
recommendation, I guess, is to finish that up. When we said to go with the contract.
So, I guess, I'm sorry, I'm not a parliamentarian, but would it have been better to have read the motion as approve the contract with Urban Corps as opposed to recommend but just know that it's a
Well, we are
pending
recommending.
tomorrow.
We recommend
We
for
cannot approve it.
We're recommending to the executive committee to approve.
Committee.
That's
Okay.
what we're doing.
Okay,
Recommend
thank
to
you.
them.
And so we will have the executive committee vote tomorrow morning to
Tomorrow morning, and then they
authorize
will
execution
recommend
of
to
the
the commission.
contract.
Yes, and they will recommend to the full commission.
Okay,
Based on our recommendation. I hope.
okay. That is everything that we had on the agenda today. Katie, if I could just get you to brief, if you're prepared, to brief the committee members on your understanding of the timeline. So in other words, if we are able to issue the notice to proceed, say by the end of this week, by Friday, how that impacts the project timeline.
Sure, let me just pull up the schedule because Urban Corps did prepare a schedule based on our VE timeline. So based on a notice to proceed being provided to them on 7/14, they will then start releasing their trades and issuing subcontractor contracts. Will be reviewing their contract. They'll be doing critical buyout and procurement. They worked out that, let's see, the substantial completion goal would be mid-November based on that, based on our release of their team essentially tomorrow. And this is all pending their subcontractors confirming lead times. They have rough ideas from them now, but nothing's finalized until they're able to get in contract with them.
So we will still be looking at 2 to 3 months of meeting somewhere else besides here.
Yeah, I'd say the latter part of October, we are working on alternative locations for that CVTA meeting. The TPO has already identified meeting locations for the November and December meetings. And we're also exploring that same thing for the remainder of the CVTA and the PlanRVA meetings. So I would think that we would be able to, based on that project schedule, host our first meetings on site in the new office in January. Sometimes we don't have meetings in January, but that would be my expectation. But in worst case, we would host our first meetings in February. And so we were looking at a move out date here of 10/31 it was gonna be close, but originally the bid said that maybe we could even be in by November 1 there. I think it's gonna be more like mid to late November when we're moving in there. And so the team Michael has been putting together the budget, the cost to store everything that we would need to move out of here to move into the new space is incorporated in that move budget. So that includes not only the moving expenses for
The 25,000.
yes, from site here to a temporary site to moving. And we are still vigorously exploring that option that you all had suggested about storage on site at the current, and the landlords have been very open to that. And so I think that could likely be a lower cost alternative for
That'd
us.
be great. We could do
Yeah,
that.
if they've got unused space that is
Which I
not
think they
finished
do.
out yet, that might be the best approach.
That's a-
Katie, are you aware of that?
Yes, our team, our brokerage team has been working with their brokerage team to understand if that's available and what we need to do to get it done. So we'll be working on it.
Great,
Okay, thanks.
that'd be nice. Great.
So,
Wonderful.
Mr. Holland, I'll put together, based on today, kind of some notes for you from what I've taken in the meeting today, so that can be part of the report for tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll need to report to the
And then the
Second
last thing
committee.
is, we do have another scheduled meeting for this committee early in August, if I'm not mistaken. So just wanted to keep that on your radar screen. We would, the end of July, it's July 26th at 1:30 p.m. It should already be on your calendars as it's a regularly
26th.
scheduled meeting. But the intention would be that would kind of come back to our normal cadence of being able to take a look at the, not audited, but kind of the pre-closeout of the fiscal year and see those June 30 financial statements. Yes,
26th, or the 26th or Tuesday?
yeah, so certainly
26 at 1:30?
July 26th
July
at 1:30.
26th, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so the idea would be that would be a more normal agenda on the financial, and then Mr. Riley, by that time, we would also expect to have the transition for the treasurer over.
Okay. That
Your time is, I think,
All
nearing this week, if I'm not
Correct.
mistaken. So that's all we have today, Mr.
All
Chairman.
right, well, we have an adjournment. I move that we adjourn. All those, second?
Second.
Been second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, we adjourn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Motions.
Everybody have a good rest of your day.
Great job.
Have
Thank
fun
you,
at the
Jeff.
festival.
Yeah, thank you.